How's it going, Shy?
Not bad. What's up with you?
I'm debating my loyalty right now on. So like I'm working a new barber into the situation, right?
Okay. Yes.
And we've only done 2 cuts,
Mm-hmm.
decent cuts. Ain't mad at it. I felt good, in particular after the last cut.
Mm-hmm.
He very professionally told me both at the cut and later on in a group text
Mm-hmm.
that he was gonna go on vacation for a couple weeks.
Okay.
So he was like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna be on vacation. I'm not gonna be available for 3 weeks. Go visit family in DR." Very professional. Told me. Then I got the group text on WhatsApp. He's Dominican, so
Okay.
I
Sure.
got I got the Spanish group text on there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got an update text
Mm.
saying that, "Hey, be here 2 weeks longer." And now I'm like, have I been with this barber long enough that like I gotta wait him out?
Mm.
I feel like he's done solid work. If
Mm-hmm.
this would have been my work for a year, I wait him out.
Right.
But like we only 2 cuts in.
Yeah. No, you can see someone else.
I feel like I could see someone else.
Yeah. 2 cuts in is not. It's not full on loyalty.
Right. But I'm getting like admittedly professional communication.
He is. I mean, I think that it's okay. It's not. I don't think you're turning your back on him. I
Right.
think he had to extend his time away and you need a haircut. And I
Yeah.
think he will understand that coming in.
Okay.
Because he did have to make an unplanned switch.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay.
Okay.
But do you have a third person in mind?
That's the thing. Like this was my third.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I've lost 2 barbers in the area.
okay.
One like is mysterious. Like everybody made it sound like he was running. Like when I asked about him, everybody starts asking me, "Who am I? Like who am I asking for?"
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
like, okay,
Yeah, we can just go ahead and let him go.
yeah, he's gone. Like he ain't even in the neighborhood no more.
Right.
Then the other dude, I believe he like switched businesses. Like he went. I respect it because he's still in the barber game, but he
Mhm.
went wholesale. So like instead of cutting hair, he now is a distributor for the hair supply people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he'll like pop into the shop, be like, "Yo, I got clippers and all of this stuff." I seen him once,
Right.
but he like it. He gets to wear polo shirt tucked in. It's dope. He got uniform and shit.
Yeah, so he likes, yeah. Uh-huh.
It's different. I feel him. It's it feels adult for him.
Yeah.
And I respect that. So I ain't mad at that either. People
Mhm.
got different ambitions. So he tells me about like, yeah, I'm growing my route.
Okay.
I'm like, no
Okay.
doubt. So I'm happy for him. He's telling me about like ROI and all this shit. I'm ROIs and LYs and all that. I'm like, okay, I hear you. I'm happy for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going corporate. I didn't know that was possible in the Barbie game, but it is,
It is. He's finding the way.
Yeah. So like I salute it, but it hurts because like every time I see him and he's like passing like supplies off to the barber, I know those hands are capable of more.
Right.
There's an artist that we
right
lost.
underneath all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an artist in that polo.
So yeah, I've tried a few barbers since, and they're usually competent.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude I like, but it's only been 2 cuts.
So
and I feel like emotionally I'm more attached also because he's in the same location as this barber was.
Right.
This last barber. So like I feel like I was hesitant because like I'm attaching some of the previous barbers' emotional connection to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
honestly, I bet that's why he's being so thorough with communication.
Yeah.
Because he probably feels that from a lot of his current customers. I bet he got
Yeah.
a lot of that dude's previous customers. And I bet he's feeling like, oh Lord, I gotta be
Yeah.
everything to all these people because old dude decided to sell them instead of make do
Yo.
haircuts. So here's my concern. I think you're fine going to another person for the haircut you need and then going back to this guy when he returns.
Okay.
Where do you go? Because I feel like in order to go to the other person, to another person, you almost have to go out of network. Like you need to go
Yeah.
to another neighborhood, right?
Yeah. Like I have
So
someone in mind because he's in Corona.
okay.
I feel like they don't overlap with East New York barbers.
Okay.
I've
But
and because I've seen this dude's work. He's dope, and he
mhm,
would be my barber if he wasn't in Corona.
gotcha.
Yeah, like this dude nice, but like, and on top, like, not only is he in Corona, he's in like where I can't park Corona, and like I'm like if I'm gonna drive to you and like also have to pay like $6 in meter parking if I
Mhm.
find a meter parking spot.
Right.
That's
So
too many
it's
things.
a real hassle. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay,
like
but it's
for
a
a
great
one
cut.
off, yeah, it's a great cut. Like if I lived in Corona, 100% he's my barber.
Mm.
Or if I lived one train away, like no, I can't transfer to see you. That's too much. You know what I mean? Like
I got
that's
it.
wild. But
Yeah.
like my current barber, he was walking a mile walk.
Okay.
So like I would do that. Like I felt like even though I literally passed like 8 barbershops,
Mhm.
to him, it was worthwhile to me.
Right.
If I take the train, it's only like 2 stops,
Okay.
you know, so like, and it's one train, so there's convenience aspect of it.
Right, right.
But for a one-off, I think it might be worthwhile going to the Corona dude.
I think go to the Corona dude, get a nice cut, and then let that be what you walk in to the returning fella to so that he sees the guideline now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, grown, okay, I see what happened here. And I'll just continue to do if this is what he liked, do that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And the other issue is like the Corona dude, like I know him, like not like we're not friends, but like friend of friend.
Yes.
And like I feel like every time I go to him, he's like, yo, why ain't you here regular? Like there's a sense of that.
Yeah. Well, do you tell him, hey man,
You too far.
you're too far, you're not in the it's not feasible.
Yeah. Yeah,
This was
I got to get comfortable with that convo with him.
yeah, yeah. Cause I mean, it's fine to, like to be great and everything. And there are people who can acknowledge, yes, you're great, but sometimes the greatness isn't enough to outweigh how your life is set up. The
Yeah.
convenience of it. Like
I can't
you're
fit it into my schedule. It's
yeah.
insane. I can't devote 3 hours to the haircut.
Right, right.
That's too much. I
And
can't.
like as this is a special um, you know, exemption. Like you're
Yeah.
doing is a special like I'm doing this now because I've moved a few things around, including a barber out of town. Like all these things came together
Yeah.
that led me here, but that's not always going to be the case. So,
Like my dream scenario, if I got like well enough off,
Mhm.
if it was in today's dollars, I would pay Corona dude 150 to cut my hair, but he
Mhm.
would come to my house.
I mean, yes, right.
That would be the ideal. I'd be like, yo, this is like 3 to 4 times a haircut, 5 times a haircut, depending on where.
Mhm.
And this is the time I need it done. That would be the ideal. So
Yeah.
I really respect his clipper game,
Mhm.
but like I ain't in that place right now,
Right,
you
right.
know.
Yeah.
So right now it's just a
Yeah.
dream.
I've always thought that if I had all the money in the world and I had something where I needed my hair to look good, not the well, I guess it's clean, which is what I normally that's normally my bar. Um I have an old friend who lives in Dallas. And she uh, does cuts and dreads. And we worked together years ago at the video store. And
Mm.
she helped me restart a set of dreads, which is what these this is the legacy of the dreads that
Oh.
restarted. Because boy, my first set was a real situation that and I also was just always cutting, like doing stuff and then cutting off and doing stuff and cutting off. So I have no problem with that. But this time I was like, I wonder what it's like to have nice hair. And so I had her help me with that, like start it off. And I once took her out to start my mom's dreads when my mother saw me with dreads and was like, I want to do that. I got my friend and we went out to the house and she started my mom's dreads for her and that kind of thing. And I would have her, she now is doing heads in Dallas, and I would have her do my hair for me.
As real.
I would absolutely have her, like do the cut and the dreads for me. But I mean, first off, I'm not necessarily doing anything special. Secondly, I can't just run on down to Dallas right quick to get my hair done.
Oh
So,
man. One day.
yeah.
One
One day we'll get there. I struggle with barbers a good deal. I think I'm okay now. Just because, I for a while was just walking into any barber shop and I'm like, look, it's very simple. Just take it, go down to a 1 on the sides and then the back. And barbers are male barbers can be scared when a woman walks in and asks for a haircut that is not just like an all over, can you take it down a bit?
Right.
They get very freaked out. And so I've definitely had many discussions with many different barbers about whether or not I actually want what I say I want. And I'm always like, I'm giving you guard numbers. Like, I don't know how far.
We've been here before.
I like if I'm to lift my dreads and you see what's shaved and what's not, that's all you got to do. And I'm literally telling you guard numbers. If you can't fade me, then just take it to a 1. If you can't fade from a 1 up to a 2, just take it to a 1 then and just do all of that to a 1. And they're like, you don't want it that short, do you? And I'm like, yeah, what did I just say? What did I just say?
Shots coming in there with pictures.
I'm like, look, here's how I've looked for the past 5 years. Just do that. Do this. This wasn't a mistake. This has been, trust me, it's all in there. It's grandfathered in. Everything is there for you.
Is that you on TV? Let's ignore that. I'm talking about cut, okay?
So I've had a few barbers who were like, oh yeah. I try to stop them when they go to the hairline with the straight razor. I'm like, no, because y'all keep pushing me back. Y'all forget. And I've had different barbers go, do you want me to line you up? Most women don't. Usually I prefer to leave it like soft on women. They don't want like a hard lineup. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. I'm not out here trying to just leave it natural. And but then some people want to attack with the thing, and I'm like, no, y'all keep fucking up my edges. Like, don't do that part. And then they're like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, again, I'm giving you guard numbers. Like, but there's someone now, there was a barber at a place that I could walk to. Again, it's probably about a mile away. And then he left. I think he moved to Dallas. So I'm like, well, maybe I just need to go to Dallas. But he was good. I really liked him because I once, in my frustration of just like, nobody listens to me and no one believes me, I told him to just shave it down the skin. And he was like, you want me to shave it down? I'm like, yep, shave all that down. And he said, okay. And he did exactly that. So I looked crazy for like 2 days because it was like the skin. But I was like, I'm not mad at it because he actually did what I asked for and didn't go, you don't mean that. I'll cut it down to a 3. Like that's,
Believe women, okay?
Yeah, believe us. And so then he did it right. So I went to him, but then he moved. But the guy who replaced him is doing a serviceable job.
Okay.
I'm like, this is fine, and I know where this is, and they recognize me enough that they don't get weird when I
Right,
walk
right.
in. I'm like, great, this is fantastic. This is the closest I've ever had to a regular.
The wild thing
So,
is, the barber I have the most consistent contact with is a
mhm.
dude that cut me twice in LA.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, like we connected. We had a whole convo out there. And like I know I have a dope LA barber, but I'm not in LA out enough.
That's good to know because let me tell you something. I think there was a time where everyone we knew a lot of people here in New York who made the move out to LA. I
Yeah,
was seeing a lot of tweets of like, yo, where can I get a haircut at? Black
straight up.
folks in LA, talk to me. What's happening? Where are we going? I can't find anybody. Or they find the one person. I feel like Will Miles found someone for like 5 people. And that person had a wait list like a month long. And I'm like, yeah, because everybody who has moved to LA is like, this is the only game in town.
I didn't tell you the story of how I found this dude.
No.
So I forgot I couldn't get my cut before I left. So I'm out in LA for the This Is Not Happening taping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna be on TV looking rough. So I
Right.
started Googling Dominican barbers. Couldn't find any of that in LA.
Right.
I found black barbershops, but this is when I learned of how different LA is from New York, where like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is in LA, but it's like an hour and 40 minutes away.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that didn't work for me. So
Mm-hmm.
like I literally drove around like running errands with Gabby in my part of LA, wherever I was at,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw a black man with a good cut. And I pulled over,
No,
walked
you
up to him,
didn't.
dead at. I like, yo, my man, this is gonna sound wild. I just need to know where you got your cut from. It was like an older dude, and he's like, right over here, young blood. Straight up. Yo. Don't verbatim, I'm quoting him. You're like, right
Oh.
over here, young blood. And he pointed to the shop, and I went in there, and he told me, he was like, it's gonna be weird. And he couldn't fully get into it. He had to go. And I get inside, and it isn't a barbershop. It's a
Mm-hmm.
sneaker store. They sell custom sneakers, but they
Mm-hmm.
have one barber chair.
Okay.
And it's like a hip hop kind of space. So
Fucking
like
LA.
straight up, yo, I show up and like the dude's trying to sell me like, oh, you want some custom Vans? I was like, I want none of that at all.
This is wild.
Yo, straight up. Dude trying to sell me some custom Vans. I'm like, I've never worn Vans in my life. Nah. And like he started hearing my accent. He started showing me Vans with like Biggie on it. And I'm like, nah, dude. Look cool as shit. It's just I don't wear this stuff, B. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
This isn't. Yeah.
So like I'm starting to like, I'm like, nah, I wanted to get a cut, but like I don't see no line here. And this is like 3 in the afternoon. Like it's like, yo,
Right.
if you a barbershop, you running. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And he's like, oh, that he shows up for appointments.
Okay.
Because this ain't a full barbershop. He's like an appointment dude. Like, so like I'm talking to him, and I was like, oh, that sucks, because I heard the dude is nice. He's like, yeah, he cuts mostly celebs and like a couple of local dudes that he likes. Like,
Mm.
and like he points to the old dude. He's like, yeah, he cuts that dude. Like he's like a local dude. He likes him. But like outside of that, he don't cut nobody. And the dude walks in while I'm having this convo early, like an
Right.
hour before his appointment. He's like, yeah, I got a little early here to kick it. And like I
Mhm.
tell him my situation, like, yo, I'm here for a taping. I need a cut. I heard you dope. He's like, where'd you hear that? I'm like, old man outside. And he's like, oh, that like he's thinking I'm gonna say like one of his
Right.
clients or
One of
something.
his. Yeah. He's like, nope.
Yeah, he's like, nah, old man outside told me you nice. And like
Oh my god. That's so funny.
But yo, he starts cutting my hair, and like his celebrity list is crazy. Like,
Mhm.
he's like, yeah, I just cut Alchemist's hair, I cut Freddie Gibbs's hair, And I'm like, I heard from an old dude on the street.
Dude outside that you were nice.
Yo, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I like him. He's a local dude. So I just cut his hair. He's like, he sweeps around the block. He's a regular dude. And like, he's like my only client that like I have like that like still keeps me like keeps him humble. He's like, so I like cutting regular people. And like he has like a day a week where like he like cuts to like give back. So he like cuts kids at like a school.
Right.
So it was beautiful. But like it was just so like he's hearing me saying, oh, I'm here for like a TV taping. And like he's expecting me to.
So it must be.
Yeah, like, he's like, I was like, nah, B. Old man outside told me. So but yeah, he was like, listen, I'm here early, so like you lucky. Normally I'm by appointment only. I could cut you right now. And I ran outside, told Gabby, like, yo, like, here's some money, go shop, get some coffee.
Right.
But I got a cut right here. And he cut my hair. I gave him tickets to the show. And you can see him in the taping. He's in the Comedy Central taping. Straight up. He's in like the background and shit.
That's fantastic.
Straight up. My man Ving. He's dope dude out there.
That's so great.
Mm-hmm.
This whole episode goes out to you, Ving. And to the old man who you got working PR for you.
Sang Vin Tran, my man, you the dude out there in LA. And OG out front, I appreciate you. I gave him $10 when I left too. That dude was dope, man. Sincerely.
Oh wow.
But yeah, LA people, if y'all need a barber, he's dope.
Yeah.
Let's get to the news. At least 68 migrants arrived in New York City over the weekend on buses sent from Texas Governor Abbott. That's right. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has claimed that some migrants are being forced on buses from Texas as 14 more asylum seekers arrived in the city on Sunday on another bus sent by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. 54 asylum seekers arrived in New York Friday on board a bus from Texas, according to the mayor's office of immigrant affairs. Abbott's office indicated that New York is now a designated drop-off location for the busing strategy as part of the governor's response to the Biden administration's open border policies overwhelming Texas communities. It's unimaginable what the governor in Texas has done, Adams told reporters on Sunday. When you think about his country, when you think about this country, a country that has always been open to those who are fleeing persecution and other intolerable conditions, where we've always welcomed that. And this governor is not doing that in Texas. But we are going to set the right message, the right tone of being here for these families. On Monday, Adams called it a mean and cruel thing. Abbott claimed in a statement that the asylum seekers freely chose to go to New York, having signed a voluntary consent waiver available in multiple languages upon boarding, that they agreed on the destination. What's horrific is the thousands of illegal immigrants overrunning and overwhelming our border communities with populations smaller than a New York City borough. And Mayor Adams is hypocritically upset about welcoming a few dozen into his sanctuary city, Abbott said. If the mayor wants a solution to this crisis, he should call on President Biden to take immediate action to secure the border, something the president continues failing to do.
Okay, I got to stop you here.
Yeah.
We got two terrible people working against each other. All right, so let's just lay it on the line. What's his first name? Greg Abbott? Something Abbott?
Yeah,
that guy?
Governor Abbott, Greg Abbott, yeah.
Yeah, fuck him, right? And the horse he rode in on. That's just period, point blank. And I never say period because I am not a city girl or a church mom. So I don't normally use that kind of salty language. I apologize, but get the fuck out of here. That's not the salty language I'm talking about. I'll say that all the time to this Greg Abbott guy. He's the worst. Mm-hmm. These two dudes doing horrible shade, like, you know, like, and there are families. I mean, you know, I'm not a fan of Mayor Mixie Adams. So, you know, it's like, yes, take them in, and I guess let people know that this is what's happening, but also I in order to do it in a proper shade way, it shouldn't be so like this guy is sending us all of these people on a bus, and I mean we're going to take them, but like it's wrong. That's not that's the tone he's putting us out there with,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like the tone should be better.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
Yeah, and that so to match like uh it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
this so first, I'm with you. Fuck Greg Abbott, okay?
Yes.
All right. If only because you have made me think and say something that I thought I would never say. I agree with Eric Adams, okay?
I know.
That's wild.
I agree with him, and he's still not saying it right. You know what I mean? He's still not quite saying and doing it right. But I'm like, I see what's happening and I get it. And yes, but this fucking guy.
Yo. And I do want to give kudos to whoever it is that works for Eric Adams that I know had to have a very long conversation to convince him not to have the 54 migrants stand behind him during the press conference.
Yo.
I know he thought of it. I know he wanted to. You did the Lord's work, not putting those people through that show.
He absolutely was prepared to have that whole statement holding a child on his hip.
I think that's the only reason he said while reading it. Like, that's why he sounds so like,
yeah.
I guess we got to do this. It's not the way I would have done it.
In a quiet way.
Yeah. Respectful or whatever you say. But,
you know, I mean, it is tough because, I mean, you know, New York's, we're stretched. We're definitely very stretched right now. But so what? We should be taking it in. It's fucked up that we're one of the few places that are like, okay, come on, then let's fucking figure this out. You know, that's what New York City is basically. It's 8 million people going, let's fucking figure this out.
Basically.
So, you know, what's 68 more people?
Real talk.
Like, I still don't want to have to agree with Mayor Mixie.
Yeah, nah, that's
that guy. Yeah, but you know, but I at least, you know, it's not. We don't live under the thumb of Governor Abbott.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You got to view it as a glass half full.
Yeah,
you know, there's other options out there. Has Abbott gotten anything right so far?
I don't really know. I mean, the thing is, Texas just, I think for the most part, their whole vibe is like, we're going to do whatever the fuck we want. And whether or not it works out for them, they're very proud of themselves and they will do whatever. They'll just spin it in a different way. So I don't know if anything has really worked out for him. I'm sure he will say that yes, because he has to keep those blinders on, because that's how the whole state functions anyway, apart from the rest of the country. So, whereas for their whole country, it looks like, yikes. Yo. They're like, nope, that's exactly how the power system's supposed to work. It is absolutely supposed to just stop working.
That's how
because we're on a different grid than the rest of the country. We can't get any of their, you know what I mean? Because we take care of ourselves. So it's like, you're not doing a good job, buddy.
No. That's how I like my power grid. Okay, that's how I make them.
Barely functional. So I don't know.
That this is like becoming one of the like it's the state where I feel I consistently disagree with the governor. And it doesn't match my impression of the people. I rock with almost everyone I've met from Texas. I vibe.
Hey, man, I got two hairstylists down there.
Word. Ain't tell me.
You know?
Yeah, like I know that there's other people, but like I consistently meet dope people from Texas.
Yep.
Like overwhelmingly so. I hear from there, and I have a great time with them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't match. Like for example, not throwing under the bus, I vibe with a lot of people from Florida, but I've met trash from Florida.
Yes.
So
right,
like
yes.
I understand, like, okay, you voted. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Like, okay.
The yin and the yang of Florida. You understand
like I understand
that,
where that some of the things happen. Like I get it. You know, but like I haven't had that. Like if you tell me you from Texas, I tend to like kind of click, like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah,
But
you have the same oversizedness.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I think in a way there are elements of Texas that it just seems like politically we hear just so many like negative things.
Yeah.
And we don't necessarily hear about the people, but I think we also don't really talk about the oversizedness of the personalities and whatnot, how that is also a real thing. That's a big part of, the state's makeup. And that if you are like that, you are drawn to it in a way.
Yeah, that might be it. I literally like I cannot think of a time it's hurt me. Like, oh yeah, and like I'll find out midway into the trip. Right. Like, oh, by where you from? Oh, yeah, I'm from Fort Worth. No fucking doubt. You know, like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't know how y'all doing. Good luck to y'all out there. Real talk, my Texas heads. I vibe with y'all. But
the people, y'all are good. That dude, yikes.
Yeah, real talk. Work that out right there, man. In other news, Earth broke the record for the shortest day since atomic clocks were invented. If you were feeling like there's less time in the day, you're correct. Scientists recorded the shortest day on Earth since the invention of the atomic clock. Our planet's rotation measured in at 1.59 milliseconds short of the normal 24-hour day on June 29th, according to the International Earth Rotation and References System Service.
What? I didn't know.
Okay. Yo, we got one of those?
Yeah, why not? Sure. We got everything needs to be measured. So.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't even know how that shows up on LinkedIn, B. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
A rotation is the length of time the Earth takes to spin once on its axis, which is roughly 86,400 seconds. The previous record was documented on July 19th of 2020 when the day measured in at 1.47 milliseconds shorter than normal. The atomic clock is a standard unit for measurement that has been used since the 1950s. Why is the speed increasing? The researchers do not have a definitive answer on how or why the Earth is turning slightly faster, but it may be due to glacial isostatic adjustments or the movement of land due to melting glaciers. The Earth is slightly wider than it is tall, which makes it an oblate.
It makes it plus size.
Yeah. Yo, the Earth is husky. You know what I mean?
Just say that. The Earth is husky.
Oh, man. Shouts to Bloated Earth. Where we at?
Yeah, maybe the Earth just needs to drink more water.
That's it, B. These high salt diets taking our Earth down. Oh man, as the Earth becomes rounder, its mass becomes closer to its center, which increases its rotational speed. Some have suggested a correlation with the Chandler wobble. The axis our planet rotates on is not lined up with its axis of symmetry, an invincible vertical line that divides the Earth into two equal halves. This creates a slight wobble as the Earth rotates, similar to how a football wobbles when it is thrown. Yeah, boom.
So we out here wobbling and going faster?
Straight up.
I don't like this. It sounds like we drunk. It sounds like.
Yeah, we out here tipsy, baby.
Yeah, this sounds like we're going to knock right into Venus at this rate. Venus is the one that's next to us, right? Venus, or is it Mars?
Both, I think. Different directions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Venus is
Venus is on one side. Mars is on the other.
Mars is the one further from the sun.
Okay, got it.
Bang. We out here, baby, losing time, okay?
Well, I mean, look at what we're doing with it. I mean, yeah, take a couple of milliseconds off of it because we ain't treating it right.
That's all. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So does this mean we get older faster?
I mean, yeah, judging by what my legs were doing yesterday, probably. Judging by the circulation issues that my legs seem to be having, I'd say so.
Oh my God. I like hearing stuff like this because it makes me like realize like, yo, I don't got to worry about big shit, B. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
someone
a
out
little bit.
there.
It's like, huh.
There is an international Earth rotation and references system service. You know what I mean? Let those 6 people panic. Okay.
Right. I'm just look, make sure you tell the people that you love them fairly regularly.
That's it.
So since when we start spinning off the planet, you're like, I'm good. I
Yeah.
did. I let the folks know I'm fine.
That's all.
Anything else, grab your pets and then just prepare to go out into space.
I can't do more. Okay. I love my family. I'm waiting for the new season of Atlanta. You know what I mean? Those are my worries right now.
Yeah, simple man.
That's
You're
it,
a
B.
very simple
I,
man.
I can't focus on this. I lost 1.5 milliseconds yesterday. You can have that one. I owed you a few, you
Yeah.
know? Put
Right,
it on my
right.
tab. I got to split that amongst like 3 billion people. Okay.
Yeah,
You
so
good.
we'll be fine.
In other news, uh, the richer people are eating more at Applebee's and IHOP, Sha. That's right. Cash-strapped consumers are starting to trade down, swapping high-price goods for more affordable alternatives. That's been good news for Applebee's and IHOP. In the 3 months ending June 30th, sales at the two chains were both, which are both owned by Dine Brands, grew about 6 to 8% amongst households earning over $75,000 per year. The bump suggests that the guests that often dine at more expensive restaurants are finding Applebee's and IHOPs because of their well-known value position. The phenomenon is why we perform well during tough times like this, he said, adding that the brands had relatively good results during the 2008
Not that they
financial
trying to
crisis.
flex.
Yeah, man. Oh, y'all struggling?
Yo,
Because
we
we
knew
eating out here, baby.
Yeah, we knew y'all be back. Don't forget your IHOP roots. You acting all sedity.
That syrup's still hitting though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know damn well you were raised at Applebee's. Quit tripping. Come on back. We got the apps on deck for you.
Yeah, your kid can play with that now. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so particular that it's those restaurants that they
Mm-hmm. They on the
name.
come up.
What about Chili's? No one's going to Chili's anymore, you know? Are we not even doing Olive Garden? I mean, when you're there, you're family. What? It
Yo.
doesn't seem fair.
Chili's
Oh,
ain't inspiring millionaires, okay?
And on top of that, Applebee's and IHOP have both raised their menu prices this year.
Because they know they demo's different.
That ain't right. Well, what about the people that kept y'all moving when they were off on private jets, IHOP?
You know what I mean? How
What
about the
about
rest
that?
of us?
Right,
You
who
know?
just came in. We kept y'all running one short stack at a time.
That's
What
it.
about us?
Come on,
What you
B.
gonna do for us?
I miss those 2 for 20s Applebee's. Okay? Those things was keeping me moving. When my kids ordered recklessly on the menu, me and Gabby could hold it down. You know? Hey, listen, me and you, $10 each. Let them order chicken fingers off the menu. Throw off the whole budget. $80 because they wanted 4 orders of chicken fingers.
Oh, God.
Don't make no sense. You bring me 3 chicken fingers on 4 different plates, and that shit costs more than me getting a pasta. It was wild. That should still frustrate me, okay?
No, I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice. I can tell.
This is crazy. Yo, what they want, chicken fingers?
That sounded fresh.
Yo.
That sounded like it just happened.
That shit happened over and over again for 13 years. You bring my kids 3 chicken fingers, french fries, a juice box, and some crayons, and that shit costs more than me and my wife having a 2 for 20, you know? And they never finished that shit. That's the other thing.
No, of course not.
You know what I mean? And then I look broke because I'm telling you to box it up because it's only 2 chicken fingers, but it was 3 to start with. Okay, I'm taking 2/3 of the meal home.
Right.
You know, I'm eating that shit. I paid $45 for that. Okay, fucking A.
Oh my God.
That's why we share the dessert. Okay, y'all splurge the whole budget, little kids. Yeah, lava cakes and
Oh
shit.
boy. Yeah, no, I see that as still fresh. Yes.
Very
That's a we're not letting that wound heal, it
never that.
appears.
Never
Yeah,
that.
okay.
$1.99 a play on your fucking fake iPad. You know what I mean? I could have bought, you know, fuck, I'm paying $1.99 for a 1-hour app. Okay. Okay. God damn it. It's annoying. The shitty version
Oh,
of a game I
man.
could play at home for free. You know what I mean? Insanity.
This is a I did not realize what it took now to eat a Applebee's. I didn't
It's like,
know.
yo, that's why I order last when I don't even order no more. I let the kids and Gabby order and I wait for what's left. And then like, yo, if it gets crazy, like, nah, I'm gonna just have a sandwich at home. Don't even worry about it. We had a
Oh
good
my
time as a family.
gosh.
I'm happy for that, but I gotta fit this into the budget. Okay.
That's so funny.
Straight up. Just give me a hey, my water orders just get more aggressive as the date goes on.
Hey,
That's
I'm
it.
gonna need more lemon.
Nah, man. Start asking for different fruits and shit. Yeah, I need a
Yeah.
tangerine squeezing this water.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Y'all got any cherries back there? I know you got cherries. Find the cherry.
Trying to mix in some citrus and some antioxidants in it. Okay?
Right.
But yeah, I'm happy to hear that these
That these corporations are doing
are
well.
doing it well. I am happy to hear the waitresses are still getting tips. It's dope. Hopefully,
I hope they are.
you know what I mean.
I
I hope
hope
y'all are
they
eating
are.
at least. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But rich people, don't forget them. All right, when things turn around, okay. I
Right.
promise you, the pancakes still taste the same. Okay, they
Absolutely.
still microwave that steak at Applebee's. Okay,
Yeah.
before or
Times
after.
don't have to be tough for you to eat IHOP, but it helps.
Yo, Loki, I heard that as a song. Yo, times don't have to be tough. I'm like, yo, is that the slogan? Like, what?
Oh my gosh, it might be now. Call me, IHOP. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Oh yeah, give Shalewa that Pusha T money, okay?
Yes,
Let's
right.
do
Oh man.
this. Finally, Domino's Pizza says arrivederci and flees Italy after failing to win over local customers. That's right, just 7 years after making its debut in Milan, Domino's Pizza is saying arrivederci to Italy. The fast food giant closed the last of its 29 stores on the Italian peninsula after struggling to gain a foothold in the country, with locals proving to be difficult to win over for the American chain. The company's exit from Italy was met with cheers on Twitter, where users mocked Domino's for even attempting to establish a foothold in the homeland of pizza in the first place.
I mean, let's just really sit and think about this. The gall of Domino's Pizza, who just, like 10 years ago, their whole slogan was like, yeah, we know we taste like shit, but guess what? We started washing the pots and pans now. You know, like we're using a substance that sat next to real cheese. Like, what are you talking about? And you're going to take this is the game. You're going to take over to Italy.
Listen, I'm normally a Domino's like defendant. You know what I mean, of the chains, they're my favorite. Not saying much because they're all trash in my opinion.
Right. Yes.
But of the chains, I do think they're the best.
Hmm.
But I also think it's wild that like their last big like promotional campaign was like, yo, we started putting garlic on the bread.
Yes.
Like, like that was the big push. Like, yo, we started
Yeah.
seasoning the crust. Like,
yeah.
well,
Hey, someone told us about spices. Whoa.
like what?
Like, it's, I can't, how did that company was like, how did they go, let's go to Italy though? Let's go to Italy with this. Now that we seem to have figured it out.
You know what I mean?
Let's go to Italy.
Yo, people get
Yeah.
ambitious. They think too much of themselves early.
That you even tried it. because you tried it, Domino's. You really tried it. That you even did. 7 years.
That's a good run, low key. I didn't expect y'all to make it even that long.
Yes, sure. But
y'all
that's
dudes is
insane.
wild. You dudes, real talk, B. They have a garlic dip, and that was gonna change the game. Like, yo,
I think it was going to change the game after Papa John's has already been doing
all of this.
And not even. I mean, did you think that someone in Italy is going to order your Oreo pizza? Your dessert. You've made a mockery of their food, and you think they're going to. Well, this is a food stuff that we are actually very proud of. But sure, I'll try your crushed cookies on a crust. Like,
oh my God, you guys is tripping. Domino's, y'all are crazy. Okay,
y'all are nuts.
Sincerely, cut this shit out. Okay, know your lane. Okay, you got 45 to 48 states that don't know about good pizza. Stick to them. Okay.
Oh my God,
that's it.
Italy.
Yeah,
they went to Italy.
That's bold. Is there no other country? Like, that's the only way you go to Italy. Like, yo, we got everybody. Like, was that the last country? Then I get it. Like, yo, we just want to try it out. But like, if there was any other country that don't have a Domino's, how is Italy? You
should have gone there.
Yeah. Any other country. Complete madness, B.
Yeah. I will say that is the kind of delusion that you need in order to make it in comedy.
That's fair.
But even then, I feel like you still should know your place. I'm not trying to book myself at Barclays. Let's be real.
That's right. If you would like to have the self-hubris to believe in yourself the way Domino's Pizza and T.I. the comedian do. All you gotta do is like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you are Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You're a more humble person. You like the rest of us. You know what I mean? You're gonna do fine, okay? 5 stars, though. You a legend in your own mind. You know what I mean? Far bigger than you might actually ever become, because, clearly Domino's and T.I. are this as well. But you will succeed in general just because you gotta shoot for the stars, to land on the clouds,
right?
As we say.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's gonna be you. T.I. tried to book Madison Square Garden first. He ended up at Barclays.
Right? Yeah. So
it happens. It's how Domino's is taking over all of Europe, sans Italy. Okay, they still winning. Say what you will, they sold pizza for 7 years in that country. Right?
Yeah, we haven't done it.
Have you? If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shouts to Just Knowledge and Love for sharing an article this week. Much appreciate you, homie. With all that said, I am the soon-to-be pizza tycoon, bringing pizzas all over to Sicily with no knowledge of having done it at all. That's right, Gastor Almonte. Also with soon-to-be successful hip-hop artists touring all of the great venues of the South, Shalewa Sharpe.
Oh, sure. Absolutely, yes.
This has been an inspirational episode of the War Report. That's right. Catch y'all next time. Peace.